You were told that if you put your head down and did the work, the world would notice. That humility is a virtue, that the cream always rises to the top. Your family gave you advice for a world that no longer exists. Today, humility isn't a virtue, it's a cost-saving mechanism. While you're waiting to be discovered, the system is working to keep you invisible, because an invisible high performer is the most profitable asset a company can own. You aren't being modest, you're being robbed.
Section 5, give it a limit.
Post-war management was built on the company man model. Stability was traded for loyalty. In that world, bragging was a risk to the collective. But the clock broke. Public reports on labor mobility suggest that the average tenure has plummeted. We moved from a collective we to an individual me. Yet the propaganda of humility remained. Why? Because it's the perfect narrative for a corporation to get more and pay less. It keeps you from realizing your true market value. Stay with me, because in a few minutes, we're going to calculate the silence penalty, the exact dollar amount your modesty is costing you every single year. Here is the cold, technical reality. Every company has a visibility tax. Analysis suggests leadership roles aren't filled by the most competent, but by the most available in the mind of the decision maker. This creates the retention sweet spot. If you are high-performing and highly visible, you are a flight risk. You get headhunted. The company has to pay you more to stay. But if you are high-performing and humble, you are a safe asset. They get level 10 output for level 5 compensation. They don't want to appreciate you with a raise if they can just give you a thank you email and keep the margin. Let's talk numbers. According to public salary reports, a humble employee typically receives a standard 3% cost of living adjustment. A visible employee, through internal leverage or external offers, averages 10 to 15% jumps. If you start at $70,000, that gap over 10 years isn't just a few $1,000s. With compound interest and lost equity opportunities, the silence penalty often exceeds $500,000. Your modesty is literally funding your boss's next vacation. You are paying a $500,000 tax just to avoid feeling awkward in a meeting. Think about Sarah. She's the fixer. When the system crashes at 2 a.m., she's there, but she thinks her results are her resume. Now, look inside the calibration meeting, where directors decide who gets the limited pool of promotion money. When Sarah's name comes up, the VP says, "She's great, but she's happy where she is. She's not asking for more. Let's give the lead role to Chad. He's been vocal about his ambitions." Sarah didn't lose because she lacked skill. She lost because she was an unbranded commodity. In the corporate market, an unbranded commodity is always bought at a discount. So, what's the move? You don't have to become a loudmouth, you just have to stop being a secret. The most successful leaders treat their career like a venture capital firm, not a charity. There is a 3-word phrase you can use in your next one-on-one that flips the power dynamic instantly. I've put the breakdown in the pinned comment. In a system built on optics, being the quiet one is a liability. If you want the roadmap to breaking the visibility tax, you need to start thinking like an insider. Subscribe, because we're diving deeper into the mechanics of the corporate underworld in the next one. Don't be a gear, be the clock.